Now we're talking think words. Talking think is a word family. There's somewhere between 212, 216 word families. They're like at and odd and ick and rod and un and all of them are irrelevant. You don't need it because if you're sounding out a word properly, you don't need word families. But there are two that I teach. They're a combination of endings that don't play fair. One of them, the first, is tall king think words. Words like tall king think really are distorted a bit. So if I'm at that, the first thing I'm going to do is say the sounds. They're going to echo and point on their board. Then I'm going to point to the sounds, and then I'm going to do the new concept. I'll go ahead and do this quick, and then I'm going to have you come back and look at it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get out of this. Get the board up. Okay. All right. So all right, we all know this word. It's a simple syllable. What does that say? Rig. Good. That's a simple syllable. Rig. Not a problem. Now I want you to note when I pull in the sound, which you learn, everyone say that, when I put that there and sound it out, it becomes ring, ring. The distorts that a bit, okay, to ring. And if I put this there, it goes ring. So the ng and the nk distort that is sound and make it almost an e. Rink, ring. It also distorts other vowels, which you'll see. Now, if I have the word, this is a simple syllable. Ran, that's simple. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the distortion on, and that becomes what? And the child would say, rang, yeah. This distorts that it's closed in and makes it almost an A sound, rang. And this does the same thing, rank. Okay, so the distorts it. The nose distorts it. NG and NK are noses. Let's prove it. I want you to say and while you're saying it, pinch your nose. Ready? Can't say it. Comes out of the nose. That's a back nose. Say it's being cut off here. Now, let's do a front nose. I want you to go and then pinch your nose. That's a front nose. I want to show you a middle nose. Try that. Those are all noses that go through the nose. Okay. So this nose in the back of the throat distorts the vowels. Okay. Now let's take this word. What is this word? Child would go and. That's and. Good. Now watch what happens when I do this. When I put a double L, because it's one vowel, what's it become? All. Yeah, it's totally distorted. It's not it's all. So these that distort it are called talking think words. Now, these are tricky for beginning readers. For start ones and twos and even threes, they're tricky because if they haven't seen these words a lot, they will have difficulty with them. The best way to solve it is you got to go to the high frequency list, which I made in the practice page. The practice page is always the second page. Okay. Okay, so we go to the practice page right after the new concept. Let's look at examples. And we just start reading them. Okay. So Pam, let's go ahead and read that first line, which is the tall words. Go ahead.
Ta, ba, ha, ka, sta, fa, ma.
Okay, we'll do these another day. Let's do the words.
King, sing, thing, ring, bring, sting, string, hang, fang, strong.
Oh, that's kind of changing that. Oh,
Yeah, stung.
stung. Is kind of not being changed, but even the O is changed a bit. Let's go to the unk.
Drink, sink, link, pink, rink.
Good. Okay. Then I would have you go back to the board and I would then be dictating these syllables. I'd pull a few from here. I'd go sang to rang to bang. Erase. Thing to king to sing. Erase. Erase means remove the tiles. Pull out link, make it think, then wink. Okay. Erase that, get rid of it. Now pull. So I'd be doing variations of these for the spelling of syllables. And then I would be reading some of these syllables as well. Rotating lines. Okay, so
hey, Steve,
yes.
Could you do me a favor? Can you do that on the board really quickly?
Sure can. So Pam, give me a couple from the first line.
Ball.
Okay. Ball. B. All. All. Ball. Another.
Mall. Mall.
Mall. If I'm at step tracking, remember I step on each tile before I move. Mall. All. B. To mall. Okay, next.
Tall.
Tall. T. All. Now, why am I doing that? Because when I'm at step tracking, I'm reviewing the procedures for spelling. If I spell tall, I go tall, all. Tall. Same procedures. I'm also reinforcing the sounds in an active way. I'm also working on the phonemic skills. I'm reinforcing auditory phonemic skills with visual clues. Tall. Okay, now switch to another. The first row under syllable work.
The like sang, rang.
Sang. Okay, I'll go with sang. Sang. S. A. Sang. And you guys do it at your seat so you can get used to doing step tracking. All right, next one.
Rang, make it ring.
Now in step tracking, I step on every sound before I change. And to rang. Next.
Bang.
Bang. Okay. I'm step tracking, so I touch each one. Ang. To b. All right, now go down another line and have me erase. I'll erase, get rid of this, and give me a new word.
Thing.
Bing. Okay, bing.
Thing.
Let me see your mouth. What is it?
You
Thing.
have.
Thing. Okay.
The nasty team.
Thing. Ing. Okay. All right. Next word.
King.
King. Now, if I'm at concept tracking, remember step tracking, you step on each tile. Concept, you step on one. King. To king. That's called concept. I usually start concept tracking once I'm at past concept 8, which is getting into 2-syllable words. So that's kind of what tracking would look. And then I just make words and you would say them. Okay. So everybody, what's this word? You'd go calm. And then I would move this in and you'd go wrong. Okay. I just move letters in and you read. And now I'm in the spelling. Okay. All right. So that's concept 6. Now, I recommend that you have the words these words on a word wall or in the notebook or in a file so the kids can review these regularly. If you have a class, you'll enlarge this and have it on the wall. This will be the word wall. If you're in a class and you're working with kids with severe problems, you want to have a couple word walls. This is one. Another one you want is the neighborhood with words, names on the picture of the neighborhood. House, lawn, stop sign, store, water, road. So kids can get familiar with all the words that are used in the first couple years. They can just go look up the word wall, okay? And that's just a handy reference. Kids with visual memory, they'll see it and remember it. Those who don't can always go and copy. If they want to write about street, they can go up and look at the word street.